What's the first step in stopping bleeding from a trauma wound? Direct pressure. Put your hand right over the wound and push. If that doesn't stop the bleeding, what's next? Well, you need to put a bandage on it. If you got a bandage, put a bandage on it. If you're out in the woods and you don't got a bandage, use the shirt. Whatever it takes. Use something. Don't put dirt or leaves or anything like that in it. You don't want to contaminate the wound. You want something relatively sterile. Some clean cloth, something like that. If that doesn't work, what's next? Elevate the injury. Elevate the wound above. You want to elevate the wound up a little bit. That'll reduce the blood pressure, reduce bleeding. That's step number 3. Step number 2. Step number 3 is pressure point. You want to locate a pressure point, be it the brachial artery for anything distal to the shoulder on the arms, or the femoral artery for anything distal to the pelvis on the legs. Those are pressure points that will help stop bleeding in the extremities. Okay, so what if that doesn't work? Last ditch, tourniquet. Throw a tourniquet on that baby and stop the bleeding. Don't take the tourniquet off until you reach definitive care. Okay? Use something wide, bigger than 2 inches. Anything smaller than that, you can do some permanent tissue damage. Everybody thinks if you put a tourniquet on, they're going to lose the limb. Well, that may or may not be true. We're going to hope that they don't lose the limb, but if the tourniquet's on there too long, it may cause permanent damage to the limb. So in order to help them be able to keep the limb, whoever's injured needs to have a tourniquet wider than 2 inches to prevent tissue damage. So let's try not to exacerbate any wounds while we're helping, right? So put that baby on and don't take it off until you get to the hospital.